If you were crazy enough, mad enough even, to sit through a recent video of mine called the top 5 microbrands of my 2022 collection, you'll know that the PM2.0 from Canadian microbrand VanBanner ranked very, very highly. So the other night I was up thinking and I realised that, well, I kind of enjoyed very recently creating an overview of the Helm Komodo, which again I rate very, very highly, and thought, well, maybe I should create another vid, but this time for the VanBanner PM2.0 with mint blue dial, considering how highly I rate that too. So I've done just that. Now the PM2.0 series is officially sold out, so whilst you may think, what the flip is he doing creating a new vid for something that I can't actually buy, it's just out of pure love for the PM2.0 that I'm taking the macro lens to it as I try to forge a case to you, my lovely, lovely loyal viewers, and there's only probably a handful of you, but anyway, to explain exactly why I rate this microbrand watch so highly. And stick around as I take the VanBanner PM2.0 to a very windy Playa Honda in the Spanish island of Lanzarote, before wandering around a cute little town called Via de Teguise in my usual walk around at the end of my vid. As ever, it's great to have you here. Let's now take a quick look at the watch's spec with some beautiful clips of Canada, all in the next 90 seconds. Back in the day when I did a crazy thing and started my own YouTube channel, I made sure that the VanBanner PM2.0 with white dial was a watch that I created content for very early on. In fact, it was the second watch that I ever created content for, and whilst I do look back at the vid from time to time and cringe really hard, and I mean cringe really hard, I absolutely loved how it looked in a light box, blue background, macro lens pointing at it, and overlaid with some music that I absolutely adored. Anyway, fast forward 14 months and here I am again with a PM2.0, but this time with a mint blue dial, hoping to explain to you why this is perhaps my favourite microbrand watch. So VanBanner. VanBanner is a Canadian-based microbrand established in 2020 and who claim embody the spirit of value at its finest and 100% original design. And just to reiterate what was said in another very weird and somewhat slightly odd 90-second spec, in terms of dimensions, the PM2.0 comes in at 14mm thick, including its 2mm domed crystal, 40mm case diameter, with the bezel measuring in at 41mm, 48mm lug to lug, 20mm at the lug with this 316L stainless steel band tapering down to 18mm at its double lock clasp with engraved logo. And in this case, a clasp that is showing signs of desk rash, so apologies for that. Now the PM2.0 is available in 5 dial variations, 3 originals and 2 newish editions. The 3 originals being sand textured white, sunburst green and sunburst blue, all of which have long been sold out, and you'd be hard pressed to find one even on places like eBay. And recently added to the collection 2 newer designs, including yellow, and this mint blue, again I'm sorry to say, is also sold out, but I'm hoping that the very mysterious and unknown entity who runs VanBanner, that we only know as LV, will be announcing the launch of his PM3 series very soon. For me, when I laid my eyes on that mint blue dial, I knew I had to have it. I think that blue looks super cool as a backdrop to those bold baton hands in white with high polished, high shine black outlines tapering down to a nice bold flat point. And also this red seconds hand that really pops out for me looks absolutely cool. The hour marker is a baton, no tapering, with a 12 o'clock and an inverted triangle, all applied, but again that high polished black outline really catches the light. You've got the VB logo in black under the 12 o'clock and the 200 meters and automatic specs above the 6 o'clock. The reort is fairly deep with a slight gradient, again all in mint blue, and showcases minute markers with the 5-minute intervals in a slightly bolder mark, all of which are printed. For me, as much as I adore that mint blue dial as probably my favourite dial colour of the PM2 series, it wouldn't be what it is without that gorgeous black ceramic bezel. It has the countdown markers in a nice bold typeface in white, and of course that orange and red, the legendary part of that bezel. This bezel was designed to give you a heads up when your parking meter was about to end, as opposed to when your oxygen levels are about to run out or how long you've been underwater when you're deep down in the ocean, hence the name PM2.0, which basically stands for parkingmaster. Now obviously you can still use this when you next decide to jump into the ocean or do a spot of diving, but the initial premise of its design was to give you a countdown of when that parking meter was about to run out. And those warning colours of orange and red add some really nice colour variations to this overall watch face, and actually gives the overall face of this watch, for me, a real stunning, colourful but very bold and masculine feel to it. And also note that it's a 120 click unidirectional bezel, and certainly one of my favourite Microbrand bezels out there, and it gets better when we discuss the Lume in a sec. But before we go into the Lume, just a quick note on the case in crystal. The case is a brushed 316L stainless steel case, very angular, stands fairly tall at 14mm, and that does include 2mm of this thick single dome sapphire with double-sided premium anti-reflective coating, and I just love the way that dome sapphire bends the appearance of the dial in certain angles. And note that the crown located here between 3 and 4 o'clock is a screw down crown, 7mm in diameter, and sports a red signature that is fully loomed. And now on to that lovely Lume. And there she is. Those applied indices are filled with C3 and BGW9 Swiss Superluminova. The second, minute and hour hands are filled with C3 Swiss Superluminova, and the bezel markers filled with BGW9 Swiss Superluminova. And those awesome red and orange looms, man, they look so cool. And the bracelet here is 316L stainless steel, quick release, 20mm at the lug, but actually the width at the top link of this bracelet I measured at 24mm, so that it tapers down from the angular case all the way down to 18mm at the clasp, and it really catches the light beautifully. It also comes with a lovely black mesh strap so that you can change it up as and when you want to give it a completely different look and feel. The movement is a Miyota 9039 movement, 28,800 beats per hour, 24 joules, 42 hours power reserve. It's hand windable, has no date, and manufactured by Citizen. It's a quality workhorse movement, and definitely one that I very much like, especially for sub $500 Microbrands. The caseback is an exhibition caseback. It's screw down, has a flat sapphire crystal with this gorgeous red text showcasing the logo and some other information which I personally think look really cool. On my 7.5-inch wrist, it actually wears pretty well. For a watch that has a 40mm case size, I was slightly apprehensive that it may be a bit too small for my wrist size, but actually this wears a bit bigger, and that may be down to its 48mm lug to lug, but also that top link on that bracelet being at around 24mm. And the bezel being 41mm too gives this overall watch face a much bigger feel on the wrist, so if you do have bigger wrists, don't be put off by that case size. The PM2.0 is priced at a cool 430 Canadian dollars, that's around 310 USD, 250 UK pound sterling in today's market, free shipping to the US and Canada with a 1-year warranty from the date of shipping. Now the PM2.0 series has been a huge success for VanBanner, and is now unfortunately sold out, but like I mentioned earlier, the launch of a third series is hugely anticipated. Now why is this one of, if not my favourite Microbrand watch? Well, aesthetics is obviously key. Size wise it's perfect for my wrist regardless of that 40mm case size. The colourway is fantastic, and I love the quirkiness of the design of that bezel, but there's something about VanBanner that I really like. VanBanner's attention to detail is second to none, and more so, well, VanBanner is just a cool brand. Their watch collection, not least the PM2.0 series, is pretty cool overall and very much highlights an ethos of ongoing creativity. Good morning VanBanner, and good morning Spain. See you later VB.